Hi, my name is Ludas Butkus, and in this episode of What to Hodl, I want to talk about COSS once again. I have done a couple of videos. One was a review, and another was a comparison with KuCoin. And in this video, I want to do an update of what is happening with COSS right now. I invested in COSS when it was around 20 cents. I think it was somewhere around here or something. Can't remember the correct price, but I invested around here. There was a lot of hype and I read about the project and I really liked it. But then the hype ran off and it had even dropped to 5 cents. So basically ever after I have bought it, it started going down and I had mixed feelings. Should I sell and go on other positions? Everything was growing at that moment, but not COSS, so I felt that pain of unrealized returns on other cryptocurrencies that I could have gotten. And I started doing a lot of research. I followed every single news on Slack that they were releasing, and overall, I came to like COSS even more. What is the major point is that they do listen to people, to their investors, what people are looking forward from this project, what they like, what they dislike, and they are doing updates according to that. So first, when COSS was released after its ICO, the idea was to create a crypto one-stop solution, which is what is their name, the acronym stands for. But they decided that they will make one thing right first, which is the exchange, and this is where they are focusing right now, rather than have multiple things running that are very mediocre and nobody uses. So this was basically the side they came from the community, that they should be focused, and they listened, and they are now working on improving the exchange. When I invested, there was a lot of hype and a lot of trading happening, and I think their volume was 2 or 3 million per day, which is much higher than it is right now. And well, the most of the volume came from their own token, because it was hyped up at that moment. But after the hype ran off, less of COSS was traded, and I think it has been dropping to like 300,000 per day, and that was the lowest point. And now it has starting to pick up. They are doing a lot of promotions. They are now accepting ICOs to basically distribute or promote on their exchange. And you can invest right now into 4 ICOs that are being distributed using the COSS platform. One of the most successful picks was Datum. Not too sure what it does. Also, Hello Gold, I think, was another ICO over here, or maybe it is just one of the coins, but Datum is 100%, I'm 100% sure that it was an ICO that was distributed using COSS. They also had promotions, and as you can see, it is right now at the 4th spot in volume of trading. I think yesterday it was at the number 1 spot. Today is not too good of a day for cryptos, so not a lot of trading might be happening, but overall the exchange is growing. Yesterday it was around 1 million, right now it is 844,000, so it is growing. And the fees, if you don't remember, or if you are watching this video without not knowing what COSS is about is COSS gives out 50% of their trading fees to the token holders. And these fees have been also increasing as the trading volume increases, and it is now substantially larger than it was at the beginning. So it's going pretty well for COSS, and if you look at the price, this is what was the lowest point basically, and then a very interesting thing happened. An article that I will have a link in the description on Reddit was released, basically talking about the points why is COSS a good project, and it went viral, and it was 19 days ago, so that would be on December 3rd. So this is December 3rd, and you can see a spike, and the price started moving in an uptrend after that, and basically a lot of people rediscovered COSS once again, and it's still very cheap. It has gotten to 30 cents, and now because the whole market is going down, it has now corrected a bit, but overall it's still cheap. It was still cheap at 30 cents in my opinion, because even at 30 cents, if you buy it and it continues to grow, it continues to build its exchange, it build up the volume, it will pay you a huge dividend in the future. Yes, right now it's nothing special, but as it grows, it will definitely be very big. So the next thing is what's coming in the future. It's going to be an update to the overall engine of the exchange. Right now it's not very good, but they are planning to release it in early 2018, I think in the first couple of months. Once that's done, then the plans they have to start finally promoting it, because right now they're still in beta and they just working things out, and even after they released datum on their exchange and the volumes picked up, they had some server issues, so it's still a very small project with a lot of potential in my opinion. So yeah, they are looking to update the engine and then start promotion and go out of beta and start onboarding more users, which will generate more volume, more fees, and more revenue share as dividends to COSS holders. So it's going to be quite huge. They are also planning to implement some kind of fiat gateway, either tied up to COSS or in the future maybe a real fiat gateway. This is the latest release of the updates. I recommend reading that as well from COSS. And they are talking about the UI. There were Christmas promos, ICO promos, where people who trade the most of a token in the ICO also get additional tokens from the pool, from the promotion pool. So yeah, interesting stuff is happening. I see it growing at very fast in the future after they release their new user interface. In comparison, let's look at KuCoin, which is quite similar. They also give out 50% of their revenues, of their fees. They are growing a lot faster, but the growth potential for them is, in my opinion, much lower right now, because they have already boomed. They are a much bigger exchange. If we look at their volumes, right now it's at 17 million. So yeah, but the problems with KuCoin is that I think they are not planning to give out 50% for the rest of the exchange. What I mean is that it can change how much of the fees they are going to give out, and which is kind of not a good thing in my opinion. But right now it is how it is. So yeah, it's a much bigger exchange, but you cannot be certain with that. Another thing that I want to show you is the Binance coin and overall the Binance exchange. Binance is a very, very young exchange. I think it's only half a year that they have released, and if we look at their volume, it's 2 billion per day. Yeah, that's 2.3 billion USD in volume per day. Just try to think about it, how much that would be in dividends if COSS achieve that. I'm not saying that it will, it might, but it's not certain. So let's say we take this number, and the fee that they generate is 0.1, I guess, percent per trade. So that gives us 237 million. With COSS, circulating supply of tokens, though I think it's max supply, we divide by 200 million. That would give $1 a day, $1.20 a day. COSS pays out once every week. So every week you would get $7 for every single COSS token, which would be massive. And I'm just showing this for the potential of what can happen. Binance did it very fast. If we look at overall exchanges, on one day it was the first one. Right now it has dropped a bit, but overall it's the leader of exchanges right now. A lot of volume on Bitfinex right now, but these exchanges have been here for at least several years, and Binance has been out for a very short time. KuCoin is also doing pretty well in my opinion, but with COSS I'm more certain that they will continue to pay the dividends and continue to grow their volume. Here is KuCoin, 64 spot, and if we scroll down, we should see COSS around here, 126. So this is basically it. There's a lot of updates coming in for COSS. It's still a good time to get in my opinion. It's a very decent product. They have huge plans for the future as well. Right now they are focusing on the exchange, but they aren't giving up plans of their payment systems and other stuff that I talked about in the first review of COSS. But once they have the exchange in place, other stuff will come that will also be paying dividends. So overall, I'm quite excited about the future of COSS. In the first 2 months of 2018, we will see some new major developments and hopefully a lot more dividends for the COSS holders. So yeah, this is it for this update. If you have any questions about COSS, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to click the subscribe button to find out about my other videos. So this is it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.